need you. I want money. I don't want you. I want money.
and gentlemen, welcome to the Call of Duty Mobile Garena Masters VI. I'm Jericho, down here with the one and only Enzo, also known as Warden, and this is day number 5 of the Garena Masters Season 6. Also, day number 3 for Group A. For those who wants to get into the specifics, we had a great 3 matches yesterday for Group B, but today it is the day for everyone's looking out for that third match, Warden, which is Stalwart Esports versus Elevate.
Yeah, I mean, Stalwart Esports and Elevate is tied up right now for the group stage. They're both 6-0 here for this coming in towards this day now. So today we will be able to find out as well and who's going to be able to get this one through, because whoever wins can basically just secure the number 1 seed here for their very own bracket.
Yes, it is that number 1 seed, but at the same time, Warden, it's only getting into that early stages of the tournament, of the group stage, so everyone's still feeling out process. But when it comes to those two teams, you already know what's going to go down. It's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a close game. But not only that, we also have TSM, DVK playing here tonight as well. So the whole Group A, everyone has the chance to move up and down on the brackets.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting as well to see finally, Exclusive here back in action. I mean, first day up against Elevate, they really struggled quite a lot, but they did show a bit of a different look coming in for the match that they had up against Stalwart. There was a moment in time where, Stalwart was really tested in regards to the fundamentals, but where they faltered is really just the way that they were able to set up those trades, those operator skills, so on and so forth. Let's see if it's going to be somewhat different here up against Tyrant and Carry.
Tyrant Carry as well, from Edsel, those players all coming from the collegiate side as well as from the amateur side, always been grinding, always there, but just couldn't make it to the next hump, to the levels of the Omegas, the Low Kings, the Elevates, and the Stalwart Esports. But today, I think this tournament proves it a lot. There's a lot more teams that came from the Community Gladiators, that came from the qualifiers, that rounded up so many teams that finally they were teammates in the 6th installation of Garena Masters 6. So it's very interesting. Who do you want to see? But you're not gonna mess with the top dogs. You gotta really show them, and you gotta make it to the playoffs, and then from there, that's where you're gonna prove if you can really hang with the best.
Just by looking at the first matchup that we're going to be having here, Dovahkiin up against Savage Immortal EA. Dovahkiin Oblivion, honestly, Coach Jay, I think you and me can agree here. They're bound to win this one all throughout. But with the talents of Savage Immortal EA, I can kind of hope as well that they've been going back to the drawing board, because, you have talents like Esper on your squad. And if you have that player right there, it goes to show that there's going to be a lot of experience. But will it be applied for this matchup, though, is the question.
Yeah, the tournament format, you're right. We started with the qualifier stage with 32 teams, moved over to the group stage, which is happening right now. 16 teams split into 2, Group A and Group B. And after that, we'll find out the top 8 in the playoffs, which is going to be top 4 from each group. And we're going to have the knockouts on the next tournament. So it's pretty basic, Warner. We've got this throughout the whole Garena Masters. You used to have 4 groups, but now we make it only 2 groups. The playoffs, the playoffs still the same. So I think it's everyone knows what to do. This is everyone's just trying to get to that point.
Yeah, it's just bringing in the balance now. It's safe to say that both groups here from the group stage will be having a top dog in their roster. For Group B, we had what? We have Scatty and Smart Omega. But before that, though, this is the prize pool. 25K here, 10,000 USD for the champion here, Jericho.
Yep, 10,000 USD, 4,000 for the second place. Third place gets 3K. Fourth place gets 1,500. 5th to 8 gets 750. 9 to 12 gets 500. And if you do place 4th and last, you will get 250 USD, which I can tell you, this does change your lives. Does push something. You get what you want to get. I've won 2 Garena Masters, and that 10K USD, it's pretty good.
Yeah, you can come in with investments for equipment, because it makes such a big difference. That is something that a lot of teams fail to accept in the early stage of the competitive run. But hey, everyone's just doing whatever it takes now for them to be able to bag the biggest cash money right there in this tournament. But anyways, this is the team participants here. For Group A, we got Stalwart Esports, Savage Immortal EA, Pegasus, Classified Pegasus, Elevate, Team Star Magic, Dovahkiin Oblivion, Exclusive, and Tyrant and Carry.
Yep, and for Group B, we have Revox and Victor, Delulu's Big Boy, Smart Omega Esports, Scotty, Sage Ultimate AX Prestige, and AAA Odine, which they played yesterday, but today, again, it will be Group A, and we're looking at those top dogs, Stalwart, Elevate, as well as Team Star Magic.
Yeah, the matchup between Stalwart Esports and Elevate in today's match series is just very exciting. I wasn't really expecting them to meet at this early stage of this group stage, but hey, give it now. It's just all going to come down to how much preparations they've been working on. The last time we saw Elevate and Stalwart Esports go up against each other, it was during the run for the qualifiers on the SBS. So I wonder if Elevate has something to respond with this time around, or will it just going to be the same road with Stalwart Esports?
I think honestly, they're just. I don't think they are going to do their best for it, but it's just going to be all. It comes down to the playoff. This one is just going to keep on going. But let's take a look at the maps for Hardpoint. We have Apocalypse, Summit, Standoff, Hackney Yard as well as Hacienda. For Search and Rescue, Takeoff, Kurohana Metropolis, Coastal, Tunisia, and Terminal. And for Control, Seaside, Arsenal, and Raid.
We haven't seen Kurohana, not just yet here in this group stage. No, correct me if I'm wrong. Coming in from the last yesterday's run.
Nope, yeah,
but
not yet.
Kurohana
Could be a game changer.
I need to know your insights about this map, man.
I think it could be a game changer. That's why we don't see it in group stage. No one wants to pull it out just yet. I think it's the proper time of quote-unquote hiding strats on this map, or at the same time, they just the time is not enough for them to actually learn that map, and maybe they just want to stick to what is ready for them. But let's take a look at today's matches. Warden, we have DVK Oblivion versus Savage Immortal EA to start off the day. After that, we'll have Exclusive versus Tyrant. Third match is the co-main event with Elevate versus Stalwart Esports, and to close out the night, it will be Team Star Magic versus Classified Pegasus.
Yeah, I mean, it's a blockbuster match here for match number 3. It's going to be Elevate and Stalwart Esports. Team Star Magic against Classified Pegasus. I think I know exactly what to expect here. But coming in, we're talking about the group stage since only day number 5. I'm just hoping that same story here for the set of Savage Immortal EA is that Classified Pegasus, they've been going back to the drawing board to look for some better respondment in their upcoming oppositions here.
Yes, that is right. Coming up on the oppositions here. I mean, everyone wants to watch that elevated song, but you gotta support DVK right here. Exclusive Tyrant Car teams, all of these teams, they can also make a run for their money here. It's not just about Elevate Stalwart, but unless in the playoffs, that's where we're gonna see who really is that top dog.
Something about Elevate here, the roster for the set of Elevate is just a team that is always coming out flawless out of the group stage. But the spotlight is not going to go towards them, not just yet. We're talking about Savage Immortal up against Dovik and Oblivion. Dovik and Oblivion now, they got Ace, Steve, Josh, Epoch, Cash, and Badman.
I mean, this team, they've always been the same. Badman's been the same team. Coming in from LF Org, now to DVK Oblivion. You have HQ, former VVV, Josh, former as well from a lot of these teams, VVVs. All these players always been on that edge towards that greatness in that team, but could never ever get to that next step, Martin.
Yeah, and I mean, there was an instance where Badman played for Wolf, aka a former roster of Blacklist International Ultimate, and he did pretty well there now. So, hey, loyalty can absolutely pay off, but sometimes there is a moment where you just gotta leave your.
You gotta take that risk.
Your full potential, yeah.
Yes, sir. You gotta take that risk. We'll talk about that a little more earlier, but here, 21 Savage is gonna be Jimbo, Esfer, Pika, Xavier, Jimmy, and Mixie. So it's a mix of a lot of these things. I mean, you got people from Huntsman, you got people from Savage Immortal, and you got people from Forest King. Warden, what can you tell me more about this team?
I mean, Jimmy was able to perform really well for Forest Kincaid, but here with Savage Immortal EA, he's not really the same player that he was. I mean, come again, guys. This is the younger brother of AG, coming in from the player of Smart Omega. And, being put to a team that is more mature and has more experience involved, he's not really able to put up that impact. Hopefully, though, he is able to learn off his environment.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, at the same time, you gotta look like Xavier. I mean, I've been seeing his content over on the social media. He's been posting a lot, but can it translate towards to the battlefield where you have like veterans like Esfer? What kind of influence does he show? Does he have that veteran leadership, or does he just does his job more? And so those are some things you have to look at. You have to take a look at the maps and modes, bans and picks here, and we're going to start Hardpoint standoff. Search and Sort Coastal and Control Raid. No more Tunisia 4 straight. Unlike yesterday, we have broken the system. Coastal will be our S&D. What are your thoughts on this one, Warden?
I mean, Tunisia and Coastal has been on repeat ever since. We haven't seen Takeoff. We haven't seen Kurohana. We haven't seen Terminal at all. It's just a toss-up between Tunisia and Coastal here now. But overall, bans here is going to be Dovakin. For Hardpoint, it's going to be Hackney Yard and Standoff. Savage, Immortal EA is coming to Nashenda. On Search and Rescue, we do have Takeoff and Terminal for the set of Dovakin Oblivion. Savage, Immortal EA, Kurohana, and Tunisia. And we move over to Control with Dovakin taking away Arsenal and Savage Immortal with Seaside.
It's pretty basic, straight up. I mean, Hardpoint and raid. I mean, Hardpoint standoff and control raids both gonna be those maps where you know that both of these teams have a fight for it, but DVK just want to get that, secure those points, and I think that Coastal maybe a little bit of a throw up, but it's gonna depend on how we want to see those gunfights over at game number 1.
I mean, just by looking at the map layout here for Coastal, it is absolutely very similar to Tunisia. Closest map there is in regards to map layout similarities is going to be Garena, but Takeoff and Terminal, I mean, I know for a fact there has been a lot of history involved in Takeoff, Search and Destroy, and a lot of championships was decided in that very map. I mean, you remember back then, Garena Masters VI, Elevate, or aka Lokings back then, they were on the verge of winning up against Smart Mega, and you saw it right on a hand there, Jericho. It was a double overtime, or was it like round number 14? And Smart Mega was just able to close it up.
Oh yeah, it was Takeoff. I remember that. I was casting that game. It came down to the S&D. So maybe they don't want to bring out that Takeoff just yet. Or they want to just use the Coastal in Tunisia. I mean, Tunisia's been played a lot of these times. It was in the rotation during the early days of Call of Duty Mobile, and now it's back here again in the present day of Call of Duty Mobile. So I mean, I think it's just more of it's a trend where people do love to play on smaller maps, right? Because I agree. I mean, why would you want to play a big map like Takeoff and Terminal if you could just go fast in maps like Coastal as well as Tunisia?
I don't think we're going to be seeing Terminal anytime soon here. There might just be a chance for Korohana, but Terminal is such a one-sided map for me, in all honesty, especially when you get the bomb planet towards the B-bomb side. The retake options is very minimal. You go from the flank there in the bomb side, it's a bit of a chokehold. Go to the ram, it's a bit too open. And if you enter from the terminal itself, it's still another chokehold here. But that's why exactly most of the times now teams really rely on towards the A bombs if you want to get a break. But now we move over to the operator skills here, Dovahkiin. They'll have an equalizer, Sparrow, War Machine Claw, and a Purifier. For the side of Savage Immortal EA, we have a War Machine Claw, Purifier, Sparrow, and Equalizer. It's going to be a mirror matchup here, Jericho.
Yep, comes down when you want to use it, especially on a map like Standoff. The Purifier as well as the Equalizer would be those things that you really want to look at. I mean, the Claw is always going to be that Claw. Those other three, the Claw, the War Machine, as well the Sparrow, it's all going to be effective in all of these hills. But the Purifier as well as the Equalizer, I believe you want to use it when it's P3 and P4 as well. Warden, maybe P2, a bit of a P2 Warden, but you want to use it where you really have small spaces where you can just start spraying and praying and eventually just letting them spawn out.
I mean, we don't really get to see a lot of operators happen for Hardpoint number 4 because spawn definition is just something so hard to deal with. Comparing to, as you did say, Hardpoint number 2 or Hardpoint number 3 there, no. And what's your thoughts about actually, entering this Garena Masters VI stage? I haven't been seeing a lot of Annihilators here, Jericho.
Yeah, I mean, I think Annihilator has been put to rest for a bit. I think even only in Control, maybe you could probably see in Control. That's the only way that you could really see it now. I think it's overtaken because you want to use more of a operator that's for the team, and it's not just for yourself. That's looking like the Annihilator was like that. So maybe, I mean, the AOE as well, you said, it's just the area of effect. All of these operators here can definitely just shut down a whole team.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more opportunity for you to go for those multi-kills. I mean, you got to talk about the duration here for the Equalizer, how you can preserve the Sparrow for the right
range.
time, however you do, or like, early invest the Sparrow. I mean, War Machine, same concept as well. When you get that Claw, you are able to mitigate the effects for the trophy and you just spam it all throughout. I mean, everything is just played into, as you did say, all about the impact for the whole squad, not just for yourself.
Yeah, it's that timing, you don't want to just pull it out. You want to get to use it at a certain time, maybe around that 30-second mark towards the hill. You don't want to get it when you're. I don't really suggest using it just to break a hill. If you're down by a lot, maybe just try to save it. It depends on that. The efficiency is what's going to count here, and I think that's where Savage Immortal is going to struggle here with the experience that DVK has. Yes, they never made the playoffs in Garena Masters, but the amount of experience each and single player of this team has, it will definitely affect the game today.
And if you can win the game raw mechanical gunfights and just don't be too trigger happy with your operator skills, but hey, fortunately, first game of the day.
Here we go.
Savage Immortal EA. Out of Hardpoint we go here, Jericho.
Hardpoint, game number, you were right. Starting things off with Bad Man. We talked about him a while ago. Does he need to leave the team or does he need to stay? That is the question. But so far, DVK on the board already.
I mean, this is the strongest roster here for Dovahkiin and Oblivion, but if ever it's not going to work out for them in the long run here in this very stage, then things might have to change. So far, though, they are able to dominate the start of the game here. 20 seconds so far here for Dovik and Oblivion. And we're seeing a bit of a split push here. Spawns are now going to get flipped away. Savage Immortal EA now spawning from P2.
Yeah, they're taking too slow. They're gonna get noticed already by the flank watchers, but they did get those kills. But here comes more players from the side of DVK. The split spawns are still in their favor, and even though with the full flank of Savage Immortal EA, 1 point is all they could get. Finally, get some points on the board. Jibby's there to get 4 kills right there. Also at the same time getting that spawns warden. So far DVK still on the good side, and Savage Immortal needs some help.
Yeah, Dovik and Oblivion here is just so well, especially finding himself around the parameter for the Hardpoint. But with the spawns flipped earlier, it's going to be granting 3 tickets here for Savage Immortal EA to get the early rotation as well for Hardpoint number 2. And we have 4 players around the parameter so far, and they are trying to push away Dovik and Oblivion down the bottom side of the map. It's going to be gasoline spawns here for Dovik and Oblivion.
Yeah, right now you see Aski gonna be the first one in. Both spawns are gonna be in the favor of Savage Immortal. But here comes DBK first in. Aski gonna be the first one to go, and gonna be more points on the side door. They're taken down, gets 2 in a row. Gonna make it the third one. Does not get it, but it's gonna be one more player back and forth. We go awarded 35-23. Close game so far. Savage Immortal in the game right now.
Yeah, really good hustle here for Dovik and Oblivion. They are just trying to budge in and set his Hardpoint. And now, let's see one player spawning away from the farm here. That's going to be player 1, Savior, going towards the gasoline. But in the process, looking like it's not going to matter at all. They are still able to get the retake and set his Hardpoint. Still 20 more seconds to go. Scrap time still commencing. And both of these teams are just playing this one down to the T. And looking like the last team contestant is going to go to the way of Dovik and Oblivion. Early rotation here for Savage Immortal EA once more.
Yep, you're right. 50 points on for DVK, 33 for Immortal right now as we battles on the rotation. Look at the map. Nades are flying. Trophies are inside. Savage Immortal going to be the first one in. Expect to see some operators here right now, Warden. You know, but I don't think Immortal, they see cash inside as well. But here comes the push. Beautiful push from DVK. And just like that, that is how you want to use the claw. They break the hill, but that is not what you want to do with the claw, Warden.
Yeah, a bit of an overtalent right there. But fortunately, Batman is going to be here with Purifier as well. There's going to be 4 opportunities right around. Going to go for the spray down. Finds a triple.
There you
go. Perfect operator investment right there, but he wants to extensively push even more. I think he wants to go for a cut here, and he has a lot more to go. Coming in, perfect timing, spraying in, finds another 2-piecer, Jericho.
Yeah, that's great. I feel how you want to hold it down. It's going to be pushing up here. And Savage Immortal giving up already on this hill. And, you know, before it would be the meta warden in this Call of Duty mode. But, you know, you want to push for this anywhere. The meta's been just getting in that scrap time, just pushing as far as you can because, you know, the rotation, the anchor doesn't really work that much anymore. It's all about the close engagements here.
Yeah, I mean, you can really absolutely soften the lead here on your opposition if you're able to get the scrap time for your side. Fortunately, it's not going to be the call here for Savage Immortal EA. Fortunately, though, they do have Savior with a Purifier, but unfortunately for him now, there is going to be 3 players here pushing from boxes, and he's going to go down. That's going to be a War Machine invested here by the side of E-Box. That's going to be another run. Big opener for Jimbo, though.
That's how you wanted 4 kills for him. Xavier gets the kill as well, and now Savage Immortal. Is this the game changer that they need? Is this what they need to get back in the game? 41-114, down by a lot, but they have control. Everyone's inside as well. They said Pred is available for Jimbo. Will operate as well. Will take down at least one with him without. But here comes the side of DVK Oblivion. Here comes the pitch.
Yeah, very unfortunate here for Savage Immortals. They don't really have an anchor at all. Hence why the split push will come in. Ace with an equalizer will lower down to number 2. Only one, but DVK responds back with his own equalizer. And they are still able to hold on to the hill.
They are big time right here for the side of for the side of Savage Immortal. DVK now on the back end. 5 seconds left, but Jimmy still alive, still going, kicking. He's gonna keep on going for this. Finally gets taken down, but he's gonna get some streaks on his own as well, Warden. And this is gonna be very huge for that as he reset back to P1.
You know, looking back at the previous broadcast here, just one thing about what you said about Hardpoint here, Jericho. It could be anyone's ball game. You can't really predict what's going to be the outcome, and you only got to see one money hill from the side of Savage Immortal EA, and they're able to lower down the lead to only 50 points now.
Back in the game, 1 more hill to go. Here comes Aski, gonna get taken down by Jibby. Jibby on a roll so far. Started at 4, now at 23. Warren leading the whole lobby. Can he help his team take the victory here? But now, you look at the map, DVK has control of this P1, and they are not looking to let go of it.
Yeah, not at all, man. 132-85, Dovik and Oblivion. Second run in this Hardpoint number 1, the Reaper is going to be able to take away every player from the set of Savage Molier. Big challenge off the Fennec coming from the set of Badman. Not the best weapon of choice right there, but hey, at least he's making his presence felt.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the fact that they got that money hill, but they never even got to step on this P1 Warden. Like, just no follow whatsoever from them. Now they have to rotate this to P2. Can they start to find something here? Jimbo, nice 2-piece coming through from him. Can they capitalize on this one? Almost gets that 3-piece. Keeps on spraying, but finally gets overwhelmed by the enemies. If you're Savage Immortal here, use some utilities right here. Throw some smokes or some stuns here. Don't just start pushing on your own.
Coming in, man. It is a very tough look here. Unfortunately for the set of Dove Can Oblivion, they are bouncing back comparing it to how it went down to Hardpoint standoff up against Team Star Magic. No, they are able to learn off their mistakes right here. And a bit of a scratch here coming from the set of Savage Molier. Split spawn situation, but I don't think it's going to be benefiting them at all.
It is not going to be benefiting them, and even though they lost that P4 Warden, they are rewarded with 2 hills in a row for them as they almost reach that 200-point mark. 90 to 187, and it's looking like it's all DVK in this ball game. Now Jibby has slowed down for the side of Savage Immortal EA, but the rotation will be key here, and I think they are going to give up this 14 seconds, but look at the lead Warden. 200-point mark has been reached.
So yeah, 90 to 202 here, not the face that you'd want to see for the set of Savage Immortal EA. Hey, though, they are able to get that early rotation once more to Hardpoint number 3. But there has been this similar question once again, man. Can they find the means to hold on to the Hardpoint, or are they just going to fall to the break of Dove Can Oblivion?
Yep, that is true. Will this be the hill that will help them come back again? The EMP is out, and here comes the push from DVK. There's gonna be Ace-Key inside with the equalizer. Jimbo with the War Machine will try to get someone, but it will not. Hill has been broken, Warden, and now this might be the end for Savage Immortal.
There's not going to be enough time, or yes, there will be, but the contestant comes in here for a set of Savage Immortal.
Oh, there you go.
That's going to be another chance here for down. 4-man push here coming from the A-bomb side. And now they want to go for a split instead. 2-1 split coming in from the side of Dove Can Oblivion. But it's going to be much more cohesive here coming from this mid-strike. But I don't think they're going to be able to avail any point whatsoever here as Savage Immortal EA just solidifying themselves in this hard point.
Yeah, you hold the speed 3, but now you have to fight for P4. You got to start running to the other side. Now, if I were you, just give up that scrap time. Yes, there you go. That's the right way to go. And just start pushing and try to get some kills over that P4. Jimbo, getting the first one on your screen. Just try to get something for his team. Here they come. Here comes the push. But E-Box takes him down. 3 go down. Mix does get 1, but they need to get inside the hill as the hill comes up. Points are going to be going in the favor of DVK.
And they're just trying to budge in inside his hardpoint once more, destroying their buddies all over the place. And now they're playing Desperado mode. This is something that, you know for a fact, Jericho, a lot of teams falter into the situation where they're on the verge of losing and they just lose control.
Yeah, they gotta go now. They gotta move now. 233 to 125, and this might be the end as they keep on pushing, flying through. But it will not matter. Contest, yes, you can, but you will not be able to hold it as DVK obliterates the enemy in this final hard point. 7 more points to go awarded. It's all DVK. But wait, there's more. Savage Immortal for a second gets the hill. Can they keep on going? Yes, they can. Warden, and they're still alive. But Steve has something to say about it, and that's going to be it. 3 more points to go. DVK Oblivion throwing everything and winning game number 1.
Yeah, GG. Valiant effort there for the set of Savage Immortal EA, but Dove Can Oblivion just played better hardpoint at that point. I mean, there was an instance where, coming again, you did see hardpoint number 3, Savage Immortal EA, was able to hold down to the hardpoint, and it goes to show that there's like some sort of room for potential for Savage Immortals. But Dove Can Oblivion, once they got that early rotation, they did lose it for a moment, but the retake was just so much better. Actually, you know what? It is the retakes that really played the biggest difference there, because, you know, a lot of times where Savage Immortal, once they lose a hardpoint, they're not really able to find the means to get the retake, but we got to see Dove Can Oblivion. They pushed cohesively as a unit. They had that intention. They were able to clear it out to get the last and final 5 points for them to take the win.
Yeah, I feel like it was just a hiccup for DVK. I feel like if they didn't lose that first rotation on that P4, I think we would have seen a faster game. I mean, but props to Savage Immortal. When they held it down, that Jimbo Jibby quad feed with that War Machine really helped them get closer to the game, but unfortunately it just couldn't translate anymore. Like, they were getting hills on 30 and 4, but not even a single second in P1 and P2 as well. It's really, you're not gonna get close into that game mode. You're really gonna struggle, and that's what happened to them. And for DVK, start to finish a wire-to-wire victory to them. Congratulations again. Game 1 goes to them.
I mean, it's really impressive for Dove Can Oblivion to be able to hold their grounds for the hardpoint number 1. I mean, in each and every hardpoint here, Jericho, it's very unlikely that you get to see a team get a money heal, especially for the first Hardpoint. But since Dovahkiin Oblivion was able to go 2 in a row for that, it really made such a huge gap as we moved over to transition to Hardpoint number 2. And talk about Hardpoint number 2, Savage Immortal EA, they got that early rotation, but Dovahkiin Oblivion was well ready to execute their perfect break, and for the most of the times, they were able to get it done, hence just snowballing the momentum to their side for at least the first 2 Hardpoints.
Yeah, and it's not only that, Warden. The operator skills, we saw it perfectly. Badman with that Purifier, ASQ with that Equalizer as well. The Claw coming through from their teams. It's just all been worth it. I mean, for the side of Savage Immortal, you only had that War Machine. That was the only thing that was good for at least for one hill, Warden. It wasn't even consistently good. So and that's what you have to look at as well. If you're Savage Immortal EA at the same time, I mean, the pushes, like, I don't know what's happening here. Why were you rotating early in a map that's very small and where you could just keep on pushing for that scrap time? And eventually, that's what happened. In the end, they have nothing else to work with. They just had to barge them with their bodies, which cost them the end.
Well, which we get to see as well, like, you know, coming in from the system of Elevate is that they really go for the scrap time. Most of the times, I mean, some of the times where we are seeing the, what do you call this? The early rotation coming in from an opposition from Elevate. Yeah, right. But the best thing about them is that they always go for the scrap time. And once they get the scrap time, they're on the losing end for their rotation, but the break system is just so spot on. Unfortunately for the side of Savage Immortal EA, if ever they want to go for the scrap time for the most of it and not invest their early rotation, they don't really have that system to get the break instead of hill.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
It's not really the best of both worlds here for the side of Savage Immortals.
I mean, if you look at it as well, it shows in the stats here, Ward. I mean, 17, 16, 18, your bottom 3 players. I mean, and then you have double negative at least. I mean, no trades whatsoever coming through. I mean, if you're looking for the side of DVK, the assist is what I'm looking at here, Warden. 12, 15, 13, 8. At least half of their kills have assists. They've been pushing together as a team, and that's what matters here. People think that the assists are just there for numbers, but no. This is what it shows. It shows on the screen, it shows on that game, how they want to break the system and how they want to hold everything together is by 2s, by 3s, by 4s, by 5s. That is how you want to play a proper Call of Duty mobile hardpoint.
Oh, this is just crazy. The gunfight discrepancy here. Mixie, Savior, Jimbo's just averaging, 17 kills here. Comparing it to Dovahkiin Oblivion, the lowest player in the lobby is going to be Cash with 21. But that still says a lot here. Coming in for that hardpoint run. Kills wise, it's going to be not too far apart. But the hill time right there is the absolute biggest difference maker moving forward to this hardpoint.
Yeah, I mean, take a look at the kills here, Warden. 143, 108. Hill time, 653 to 350. Obviously, this dominance. We saw the score. We saw what happened, Warden. They just got obliterated by Oblivion, Warden. I mean, what's the one that stands out here the most for you, Warden?
I mean, you know, in regards to the gunfights here, Dovahkiin Oblivion, they really have it down to the bag, man. Badman is just the most consistent player here for Dovahkiin Oblivion. I mean, there was a moment in time where Cash was able to take the spotlight away from Badman, but consistency-wise, it is just Badman here holding it down. Moving over to Search and Rescue later on, I think we might just be able to see more of Epochs here.
Yeah, maybe Epochs could be that could be another X factor for this DVK. I think all of these players they've always been on the edge of being that next player the next player to get, but they could just never get over that next hump. They're just missing that oomph, that extra push, or that we see from players like PJ, Whoopi, Risky, Rage, all those players that have competed and have won. Those are the players that you have to look out for. Like, what do they have that separates you? And that's what pro players are, I mean, or if it's not that, they're just hardworking and they just really put in their time and effort into this craft. And I want to see that from DVK because, again, they're proud that they're always in the Garena Masters, but when are they going to take that next step to get to the playoffs?
Sometimes players don't really improve, especially if their environment is not really letting them do so. No, we got to see a lot of players improve under the Olea system, elevate, lookings, name it whatever they want. A lot of the players that was included into the mixture, first of all, the first 5 roster from the set of Elevate back then, no professional players at all, and they added Susano, they added Kendi now, they had Young J for a moment, and all 3 of those players was able to shine through. But hey, Spotlight's still gonna be to the way of Dovahkiin Oblivion and Savage Immortal EA. Dovahkiin Oblivion, they were able to win Hardpoint. Search and Rescue Coastal is up next.
Yeah, Search and Rescue Coastal. First, if you guys don't know what Search and Rescue, it is a combination, in simple terms, it's a combination of TDM, Kill Confirmed, and Search and Destroy. First introduced in 2013 in Call of Duty Ghosts, now in Call of Duty Mobile. Now we have it here in the Garena Masters VI, and it's going to be picked. The map will be picked by the side of Savage, Huntsman. It's going to be Coastal. Warden, what can you tell me more about this map, Coastal?
It's a very default map. You have the mid map, of course. Each and every bomb site is pretty symmetrical in regards to like the rotation in between. It's just all going to come down to really the sniper showdown. And with the addition of Search and Rescue into the mixture, having that revive system is so critical, especially if you have like those aggressive snipers that really would love to go for those early pickoffs. It's not going to be the most punishing if ever they do go down. Just drop a smoke, get the scan, and bring them back into the battlefield.
Yeah, that's true. And we've seen a lot of strategies like, just a sniper keeps on picking and picking because you want to keep reviving them. That could work as well. Or maybe it's a 1 versus 3, but you hide and you look for your teammates' dog tags, and then from there you revive them. It could turn into a 3v3 as well. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of records going to be broken here with the kill record, Warden. But obviously it is a different game mode, so we're going to have different records for the kills as well as the number of rounds. But so far in some of the games I've cast yesterday, Warden, I've seen close games, but I've seen 7-0s as well.
Yeah, I've seen a run where, Stalwart was up against Exclusive, and it was a 1v1 situation, turned into a 1v4 in favor for the side of Stalwart Esports, all because of the fact that, Shut Up was just taking his time there, looking for his teammates, getting his buddies back in the battlefield, and they were just able to secure the round pretty definedly there. Can we see the same thing here for Dovik and Oblivion and Savage and Morlier? Is something that I have in question in mind. Have they been working on the system in regards to how to effectively pick up their teammates back into the battlefield? This first round going to be starting off. It's going to be Dovik and Oblivion here investing heavily towards the A-Long. I think we are still moving here.
Oh, Xavier and the gang, sorry. I'm right here, Warden. Xavier gets that first kill. E-Boss gets that revive on Badman. Cash to gets Jimbo as well. Back and forth we go. No revives whatsoever. They don't care. It's just a back and forth affair. Warden Cash solved to him in a 1 versus 2. Gets that first player. One more player to go. Cash with a reach. But Mix gets it. First round to Savage Immortal.
Yeah, Savage and Morlier, despite the fact that it was a very cohesive push there for Dovik and Oblivion, they were able to hold their ground. But hey, all came down to a 1v1 situation. Very close right there. Let's see what's going to be the respondent here for Dovik and Oblivion. Looking like they want to call for a default here, having 2 players around Diner and having 3 players as well pushed up to Ice Cream Shop. Putting a lot of presence here felt in this B bomb site, and that's going to be biting the rotation here. Savage Morlier, rookie mistake, honestly.
Yeah, rookie mistake is right. I mean, it's just a basic thing. Why would you fall immediately and call the rotation? Is this a fake? You just want to give it up and play a retake here? I mean, you're running around too much, and if I'm DVK, I know where you guys are. I'm hearing your footsteps right now, and just like that, they have to back up here. DVK has already seen and one person trying to get that wall bang, but they're just giving up so much information here, Warden. I don't know what Savage Immortal wants to do here.
Now the break comes in here. Epox will be able to take on Savior. Batman,
okay.
Kill on to Esper just running out in the open. Not exactly what just happened right there, but fortunately Jibby and Jimbo's able to get their own frags as well. And Jimbo's finds a double now. Cash and Badman, 2 of the strongest layers here for the squad of Dovik and Oblivion. Mixie takes Badman out. Cash all alone. And that's right. Another round here for Savage Immortal EA.
I take back what I said. But at the same time, Warren, if you looked at the map, it looks like they were just running around doing nothing.
If it works, why not?
I know, but I'm scratching my head as a coach. I'm just like getting I want to destroy my board. I'm like, what are you guys doing? But it worked. I guess it works, but I mean, can they win? Can they win the game? That is what I need to ask. But now the push from DBK, they're gonna go through here. Here they come. This is gonna be a 5-man push. It's all up to you, Mix, and it doesn't matter. You're gonna get mixed, but Jimbo though gets another snipe. Cash gonna push up here. Gotta be careful. There's a lot of enemies. Good. Gets back. Gets that position. Bomb will go down.
Yeah, pretty dangerous right there for the set of Cash, but he's not backing away at all. Jimbo's gonna go for that wall bang. Can he find any connections? Nothing here. 35 seconds left in this hard point. I mean, in this round here, we are seeing that it's still gonna be a very slow push here coming from the side of Savage Morlier.
Yep. Jimbo Gets 2 in a row.
Wow.
My goodness, what a collateral. Gonna get the third. No. Casho answers back with a 2-piece. Last man alive. It's gonna be Batman takes down Jibby. First round for DVK.
2-1 now we go. It all had to come down to a 5-man push here towards the B bomb side. And now, round number 4 here. Gonna be opening up. I think Savage Immortal EA, they're going to be calling for another default here. This time, though, they are going to be investing only 1 player on the B parameter, 3 on the A bomb side, and 1 here so far in this mid map. Nade's going to fly through. That's not going to be granting any information at all. No players tagged up. And Dovik and Oblivion is just longing for a very slow push here towards the B bomb side here, Jericho.
Yep, it's true. Very slow now, but again, they're going to just burst this player again. It's mixed. Again, no help from his teammates. I mean, they want to do it again, you know. Like you said, Garden, if it's working, you know, just keep on pushing and pushing. You know, don't change it anymore. And that's what DVK is doing.
It's going to be a 4v5 situation here in favor for the side of Dovik and Oblivion. Time of the factory now, taking towards their side as well. It's going to be a 2-3 split here. 2 is going to be coming from spawn, 2 is coming from mid. This should be a heavy crossfire as well here, set it up by Dovik and Oblivion.
Yep, Jimbo gets the first one. That's gonna be the opening for them. Esfer, Steve takes down Xavier. Epoch takes out Esfer. It's gonna Ace gonna be traded out by Jibby. Jibby's still there, still fighting back and forth, left and right. The movement is there, but it doesn't matter. Batman and Steve shut down 2, and now we're tied at 2 apiece.
Yeah, 2 for 2 we go. Dovik and Oblivion having such a better respondent here. Coming in, this is a match that Savage Immortal EA is. You know, they should prioritize and really doing whatever it takes to get this game mode away from Dovik and Oblivion. This is their best odds right now. But they're going to deal with a far push here from Dovik and Oblivion. Just a heavy rush here. Badman finding a double. Xavier's Esper out.
That is how you want to rush. That is how you want to obliterate the enemy. And now 5 versus 3. Again, Savage Immortal running around. Will it work? Jibby gets out first. But for what cost? Bomb is down. 4 versus 3. Mix now. Gonna look at 3 players in front of him. Jimbo gets that first one. Might be something here, Warden. Here they come. Mix gonna get that. Jimbo gets another one. Nice shots coming through from him. 8 kills already, but here comes more players. It's a trade whatsoever. No trade, but here comes the pinch. Jimby has to go now. Jimby gets that players all up to Ace-Key in a 1 versus 2. Ace-Key now stuck. Tag as well. Gets taken down in the free take by Savage Immortal EA. What is this? How is it working with this kind of strategy, Warden?
Best of pinches right there. I mean, gonna hand it down to Jimbos as well. He was able to soften the defense.
Yep, that's true.
After all, he is the man right now with 8 kills for the squad. Closest player is gonna be Jibby that was able to make the play, finding the double right there to close out the round. No, and here we go. Last and final round here for Dovik and Oblivion on the offense. They're gonna be walking really slowly towards the direction and towards the B-bomb side. And they've been successful at this, Jericho.
Yeah, they're gonna watch it. They're gonna do another slow push, and all of a sudden just burst. And now Mix has learned his lesson. Warden does not want to get Mix there anymore. And just like that, replant once again. And now if you're DVK here, just do the same thing. Do not over push. Get some corners ready. Get that crossfire ready, Warden, and just don't peek Jimbo. Let that guy get near with that sniper. As soon as we say that, we see one guy push through and die.
Yeah, very aggressive, very greedy right there. But fortunately, Ace was able to get the God Nade, and Epoch is able to get the beautiful shot on the Mixie. And now, here we go. Numbers advantage now for the side of Dovik and Oblivion. JB here, gonna be that entry fragger. 2 players now pushing from spawn here. That's gonna be player 1 and player 5. And now Xavier will go down. Esper here, looking to get the trade.
There you go.
Game shuts him down. Last and final round here for this first half. We got to see it's a game. It's the game here tied up.
I wasn't expecting this from DVK. Them struggling in S&D. It looks like that. I mean, they have plays, Warden. It's just the overheating. Too much overheating. Now as you switch sides here, will it change here? But Savage Immortal EA, look at them just all going for that A push. Again, the counter, they have read it perfectly. A is clear. It's only going to be Steve stuck there. Here comes Jimbo. 8 on the board, leading the whole lobby. Jimmy takes down Steve, and just like that, A is clear, and Bomb should go down.
I mean, I'm not really going to be calling it out here for the side of Dovik and Oblivion. I mean, looking at the performance for Hardpoint, they are so well renowned in regards to breaking either bomb sites or, hills. And now we get to see it's going to be a 2-2 split here. It's going to be 2 coming in from Passage. And that's going to be the beauty of Search and Rescue here. They're going to be able to get the pickup. Double chow here. Ace-Key and Badman taking down JB. And now it's going to be a 4v5 situation.
Yeah, 4 versus 5. Epochs. No search of players on his right. Beautiful, beautiful. Quick go. There's another one there on his right as well. But there you go. Cash gets 2 in a row. Last player alive. It's going to be Savior. It's a clear one. 5 full retake, Warden. I mean, I guess it's the battle of the retakes, Warden?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is exactly how Dova Can Oblivion played it out. And we are seeing a lot of emotes here. And coming in, guys, emotes are allowed. And how do you feel about the jerk? I mean, I love it a lot.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, you know, as long as you get the cool ones. I'll take it as well. I mean, if you can like spawn as a dragon or something, or maybe, you know, get Kali to spawn in, I'll get that emote. Now, Jimbo, 3 to 4 so far. Sniper spots him as well. Who is gonna shoot? No one did shoot that. Information is given, and now Savage Immortal once again, slowly but surely working their way towards A, as the side of DVK will always give it up, as it's been working for them so far.
3 to 4 now. Dova Can Oblivion still letting go of that A bomb side. They want to play for the retake. Savage from EA leeching off from that information earlier that there was no presence at all in towards the A bomb side. And it's going to be under free plant here. They are allocating Jibby here to roam around this mid map. And I think they want to go for a counter flank here. But in the process, bomb's going to get planted now. 5v5 retake.
5v5 retake. Iski gets the first one on Jibby. No res right there. First bullet's already in. Here comes the bomb. It's down. 30 seconds left. DVK on the back end trying to hit that. Trying to go for that retake. Here they come. Aski going to be the first one to go in again. The pinch is going to happen. The battle of the pinches. Here they come. Aski gets that first blood. More players coming through as well. Savior gets that trade. Aski gets 2. Savior gets 2. Jimbo gets a 3rd. But this is going to be last player alive. It's going to be 1v1 right there. Who's going to get it? Cash gets it with the love tap as well. And that's going to be 5 to 3. DVK leading by 2.
Yeah, Dova Can Oblivion Cash here is just turning it up for this second half. Now able to take the most frags here for the entirety of the lobby next to Jimbo's. 10 for 10 right there. Very close though, only a tap away from getting taken down. Should have been the rounds evened up, but no. Cash denies. We get to see a double round lead here for the set of Dova Can Oblivion. One more round here for match point.
Yep, here we go. Match point. One more for match point. And Savage Immortal EA, again, slowly pushing an A. I mean, if you're Savage Immortal EA, you should have at least read what's been happening for the past few rounds, Warden, where they just keep on pushing A for free. And I think they have to switch over that post plan, how they want to play that post plan. Maybe try to push up one side, Warden. But now, as they get to the bomb side again, will we see the same post plan again? And the answer is a yes.
It's going to be a 5v5 here from Jibby. So far away to go for a flank. I don't exactly know what to call here for Jibby. I mean,
oh my goodness. I mean,
no.
The time, hello? Yeah, the time is not going to be on your side. He's not going to be able to get something here. That's 30 seconds left. By the time he gets there, bomb might be defused, but fights are going to happen. Cash going to get that first one, and no one's going to be there. It's a free defuse if you are on the side of DVK. What is happening? And now Jibby, now he's going to try to flank here, try to be the hero, but too late. And what was that play?
Yeah, the bomb wasn't even planted for bar. It wasn't at all. Even if they were playing for post plan, they didn't really have that option because they didn't have any angle for the bomb. Miscommunication right there here coming in from the side of Savage Immortal EA.
And that what separates them, as Savage Immortal is just struggling here. Couldn't get around anymore. Now, just going to go for this default push, but guess what? They ran into the trap of DVK Oblivion. Inside the hill, they're gonna try to go for it. Here comes trophies as well. No. Flashes, nades. This might be it, Warden.
Oh yeah, the crossfire here.
Oh no.
Set it up well.
Oh no.
But it's not even gonna matter.
Oh no.
Cash finding a double now. Give it a triple here for Cash.
And
wow.
that's gonna be game 7 to 3. Savage Immortal honestly just lost the game because of their own mistakes, Warden. It's not even how DVK played. DVK was just chilling. They were already giving up sight, and the fact that they kept on going the same A, but just kept on doing the same post fight, kept on losing the same gunfights. I just don't understand what Savage Immortal is trying to do. They keep on trying to bashing their head inside on the wall, and it just doesn't go through. At some point, Warden, if you lose 3 rounds in a row by doing the same strategy over and over again, you want to switch it up at some point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, second to the last round right there, Jibby was holding the flank coming in from outside of Diner.
I don't understand that.
He was so far away. He was looking for some sort of aggression right there. But if I was there, I'd be calling, they're playing retake. No way they're going to be wrapping around all throughout the map.
Or call for the, hey guys, is everyone there? Maybe we could rotate back here. It's free. It's literally free. But They forced it, and then that's what happened. That's just what happens. That's the experience I told you, Warden. Like, even though they didn't make it to the playoffs, they always reached to the end of the group stage. That DVK and all these players individually have played so much Call of Duty Mobile that they know what to do, and that just shows for Savage Immortal, the pressure is on them because it shows that they want to do their best there, but it's just the execution is just off. You see the jitters happening in the end there, and just the play call. Something has to change if you're Savage Immortal.
And it's crazy that, it was 3 rounds in a row where that A bomb site was just played into retakes. And Savage Immortal EA, despite the fact that they had a bomb site for free, they didn't really have any proper response whatsoever. And it goes to show us well on the last and final round that they didn't really know exactly what to do. The bomb was planted inside, leaning towards the long side of the map. But 3 players was recited towards bar. Even if they wanted to go for the post line once more, I said it before, is that they don't have an angle. And it's just going to be a free, easy defuse here for Dovik and Oblivion.
Yeah, it's a free, easy defuse. I mean, by the time Jimmy went there, Warden, he was still on the stairs. He was still waiting for his ticket to the train to go there. But by the time there, the bomb's already defused. Next round already. So, 7-3, and at the same time, they just couldn't find anything anymore. Once you switch sides, it was over already. And now, 2-0, Savage Immortal on the back end of the year, back to a respawn game mode. And we already saw what happened in that game number 1 as they got obliterated by DVK. Can they manage to pull one at least, just to get at least 1 point to lessen that pain of losing 3-0?
Yeah, Dovik and Oblivion, they are on the verge of really just securing the 4th spot here, at least for now, in this group stage. If they're going to be able to clear this one up against Savage Immortal EA this dominantly, especially as we move over to Control later on, or absolutely soon enough now, it's going to be looking to be a very bright look for them to possibly building up a ticket to the playoffs.
Yep, that is true. Take a look at the scoreboard. Jimbo getting 10 as the MVP there, but it doesn't matter if it cannot translate into round wins. Aski, Cash, Badman, 8, 13, 10 as well. The whole team is really turning it up here. It's just all DVK after that, so just sides, Warden.
Cool. Statistics-wise, AC will be able to get that MVP, but that's going to be him here, just able to get a lot more bomb plants. In regards to slaying department, it's going to be Cash himself. 13 kills, 10 for the set of Badman. And this duo is here in Search and Rescue is just so nice to see here now. Epox as a sniper will only be able to make an impact of 6 frags, but when you're able to win that dominantly, it doesn't really matter here, Jericho.
It doesn't really matter. Look at the kills here as we wait for it to load up. 44-30, total rescues 2-1. It was never used properly. They were trying to play like it's SND Warden, and in the end, both of them fight fire with fire, and it worked out for some of the rounds. But in the end, DVK was just better at the trades.
There was really no opportunity as well to get a lot of revives or scans back, because pretty much every round that was played, Savage Immortal EA on the offense didn't really take time though. They just went for the push, go for the clash, and as soon as we get to see the first heave of contestment for any gunfights, it was just a back and forth battle. And unfortunately for them, the last and final adjustment, Dovik and Oblivion just had a better look.
They just had the better look. They just had the better skill. They had the better strategy as well. And now we do see them taking this 2 points already and trying to close it out, making it 3-0, 1 more game to go.
44-30 once more for the total kills. Not going to be the biggest gap we've seen here, but at the same time, it's really all going to come down to the team cohesion, because Dovik and Oblivion had it better coming in from Hardpoint, and it really translated here to Search and Rescue. And it's going to come in pretty critical as well as we move over to Control later on here, Jericho.
Yes, over at Control as well. And here we go. Take a look at the maps and modes. It's going to be the last one, Control Raid. DVK picked this map, Warden. It's the classic. It's one of my favorite maps of all time as well, Warden. And Raid, again, the defensive side. Before we used to see it was the one-sided map, but now it's getting balance and balance and balance, Warden. But it's just all been one-sided. It wasn't even close for both of these 2 games.
Yeah, Control Raid, very stable map. Just by looking at the map pool here once more, this is something that I love to acknowledge, is that Korohana and Seaside is the only 2 exotic map here, at least for Call of Duty Mobile. And fortunately for them, they were able to dodge Seaside, because that is exactly where Dovik and Oblivion was able to dismantle Team Star Magic. Savage Immortal on the flip side hasn't been able to put up any impact, man. Look at this. 8 games lost already here in this group stage.
Yeah, 8 games. This is just unfortunate for them. They're struggling right now, and I hope they can try to turn it around and maybe just find something, find that oomph more than that extra push, the extra oomph. I mean, it's funny to, we can laugh at that oomph, but like, it's true. You got to look for it. You got to find something, dig deep in order for actually take over, because this is a great opportunity for Savage Immortal to actually make a name for themselves in this Garena Masters and not just be that team that's always in the group stage but doesn't make it to the playoffs. So I mean, both of these teams, this is where they have to prove and show like why they are here.
Well, it is just something that has to come down to how Esper will be able to handle the situation. Are they just going to accept their fate once more? Ever since, for the longest time, man, Esper hasn't been with a team that was able to excel. I think it was only Garena Masters 1 where he was able to get some sort of spotlight. The rest stays the way. But hey, Operator still wise. Badman now on his Annihilator. This is exactly what you did say, Jericho. The Annihilator would be viable for Control itself.
Yep. I mean, the Annihilator. It's always going to be that staple for Control, because it could always. You never know. You can either get 1, get 0, get 6, or you forget to use it. It happens sometimes, but at the same time, the Annihilator is just really a game changer. I think the one thing you don't want to use is the Purifier, and in those certain moments, especially in a map like Raid, you really want to use those operators with range.
And now looking at the KDA here for the set of Savage Immortal EA, it was only Jibby that was able to, put himself in the positive end for the KDA. Jimbos is on 0.58, Esper is on 0.71. We got 0.59 for a set of Xavier. Mixie on 0.59 as well. While only Cash has been struggling here for Control with 0.78, but the rest stays on the positive rate here, Jericho.
I mean, listening to those KDs, I mean, it's going to be a hard sell for them to actually try to win this game, Warden, just off the stats alone. But then again, if you do see a change of gameplay, we could throw away all those stats, Warden, and just let Savage Immortal take it over and show their savagery. But it's easier said than done. Against a team like this, you ever see what happened to them? They had shown glimpses, Warden, and a couple of glimpses in that Hardpoint, but it wasn't enough. Now, for this Raid Control, what are their keys of victory here, Warden? What do you think they need to do here in order for them to actually, try to maybe get that early lead and maybe eventually win that game?
Yeah, map control is very critical here for a game of like Control. And that's pretty much it. Gunfights comes in pretty easier if ever you are able to establish your map control. And, for the long-term run here, something that they've been struggling here for Hardpoint, for the set of Savage Immortal EA, the investments coming from the operator skills will get tested here big time. If they're going to be able to, turn things around here for that factor for the squad, they might be able to take a few rounds here in Control.
Wait, here we go. Game number 3. If Savage Immortal EA versus DVK Oblivion, it's going to be Control on Raid. It's going to be a battle at Zigzag. Names are flying. We do see DVK at the back, and then Savage Immortal, they want to push this up, and there you go. It's that first blood. Very unconventional play here for the side of Savage Immortal, but could work at some point as they are already inside near that P1, near that A side. So far, kills are going their side. Cash as well. It gets taken out, and just like that, it did not work, Warden. Now 4 go down as B is also being captured.
Yeah, Central Garden control here for the set of Savage Immortal EA will be able to translate to a bit of a map control, but in regards to the B control point itself, they are losing a lot of progress in regards to the defense here. And quickly, as I say that, Dovic and Oblivion now getting it captured towards the B control point, and they're looking to extend the push here towards jungle. And that's going to be a spawn trap, possibly set it up here by DVK.
Yeah, possible spawn trap for DVK, and this might be it. 18 to 22 so far. And looking for Jibby, they are clearing out their base, but 2 more players of DVK still at the back, and no one is trading him out. They are just trying pushing up. That's the worst rule in Control here, Warden. Every time you get spawn trap, you gotta clear out your base, or don't just start pushing up. And for Savage Immortal EA, if they get taken down in the middle of the map, they are gonna get spawn trapped.
Or if you can't really go out of your spawns, call one of your teammates to go back for you and try to soften the spawn trap out. But it doesn't happen here for Savage Immortal EA. Then we get to see it's a bit too late now. They're going to get waved off. But player 5, Esper Doe, is looking to roam around, possibly offer a backstab. And if ever the first wave of gunfights are coming for this A control point will be given for Savage Immortal EA, this might just be a spawn trap as well coming in for them, but they're not really getting that opportunity right now.
Yeah, they're not. And Badman is doing some bad things right here to these good people right here. 10 to 13 and 9 to 13. It's still a close game here, Warden. Pika with that Holger, can it make a difference for them? Goes inside his Tiki. finds out first player. Unfortunately, will not get him as well. Back and forth, go left and right, gets destroyed by 2 players. And now here comes the end. DVK holding it down. Money Room is going to be 1 player as well, but they're capturing it. Last 5 lives remaining. Stuns are flying, nades are flying, but it doesn't matter. If you are DVK, all you need to do is capture this objective, and this will be a round secured for them. And right now, there it is.
Yeah, gonna talk about that smoke utilization here for Dovahkiin and Oblivion. 1 smoke was able to close out the vision from Money Room alongside window. Hence, they only had to worry about that main entrance from the basketball court, and that was an easy capture there for Dovahkiin and Oblivion. Now we switch of sides here. It's gonna be a Savage from EA on the offensive side. Dovahkiin and Oblivion. Let's see how they're gonna hold their ground.
Let's see what they're going to do to hold their grounds. Here we go. Cashtezi gets 2 in a row, runs through, open stairs, spots 1 more, prones and gets another. AC gets a god nade as well. Okay, DVK on the verge on the spawn trap. They've managed to get that first 5 down, Warden. Now they're going to keep on pushing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about to be a spawn trap here ensued, but instead of Dovahkiin and Oblivion, though, they are extensively pushing it towards gallery. It's going to be 1 player they got to worry about, and they find the break now. Player 5, player 1 pushing up. It's going to be Efox and Badman. And a bit of a contestment here happening for this A control point. That's going to be pretty neglected here so far, but there are 2 players there push up towards the spawn. They want to go for the spawn trap instead of the retake, while entrusting player 2 and player 3. That's going to be Cash and Aski here going for the retake here. It's A control point, and they do get the cleanup.
And they do get the cleanup now. A about to be captured in a while. It's still a close game, even though that fast first round. That's Batman. Beautiful shot with the Annihilator. And let's see what he can do with this Annihilator. Gets that first one. Can he go 6 for 6, Warden? Looking for more. Spots up player on his left. Unfortunately, did not, Warden. And there you go. It's either you get 1 or you get none.
Yeah, caught him timing at its finest right there. A control point. Nearly captured here for Savage from EA.
Wow, okay.
Now it's just invest all their buddies in, and that's going to be the time extension here that they have been longing for. And adding the fact that they are on the verge of going for a blowout here in regards to the eliminations. They are on a better look right now in regards to the life count.
Yeah, in terms of the life count, you were right. Desper looking for 1. Gets 8 box gets taken down, and they've already done the hard part, Warden, which is to capture that A point, and they also have the spawn trap at the ready as well. Epox trying to snipe them enemies, 12 and 9, 3 life advantage. But also at the other side of the map, over at the garage side, you see Aski doing work as well. Warden 11 to 7 here, very close.
No way that Dovahkiin and Oblivion will be able to come out with this round here. Come in. You have a minute to play with here for Savage from EA. You've got the life count. Oh, no. All you got to do now is set up for those trades. Until then, you can absolutely secure this round. But they're slowly getting completed down. It's just going to be a 5v5 plus 2 of the life count here for Savage from EA, though.
Big gunfight right here. Aski gets that kill. Runs away with his life. 6 to 5 now. Moving towards that S&D game, Warden. What can they find? Savage Immortal has 1 life to spare here. They're going to take their sweet time here to move back. Slowly but surely. And I'm pretty sure DVK has read this, Warden. They've probably read this already, as they are not seeing any single fight here so far. Pika? Any fight? Oh, Aski, the timing is so unreal. Gets away with his life there. 25 seconds left. Savage Immortal, they gotta start pushing. Here comes the smoke. Here comes the push. But look at DVK. They're set up on both sides as well, Warden. This could look like another round for DVK as they start pushing in. Pika gets 1. Batman gets a trade. Kashi gets taken down. Now 5 versus 3 here. It's gonna be played out in front of him as well. 18 seconds left. Can they get challenged? AC gets that kill. Esther gets 2 in a row. It's all to Aski, but a Savior gets that kill. Savage Immortal ties it up 1-1.
Finally now, fight to be seen here. Savage Immortal EA bouncing back, and that was a really good call there for them. I mean, they decided to wrap around. If ever they decided to push towards the drive away, it would have been a 4-man defensive format that Dovahkiin and Oblivion was holding up for. And since they were able to push and wrap around all throughout, all they got to worry about was player 2, Jibby, there holding. I mean, that was Cash holding the laundries. Moving forward now here towards the next round. It's looking to be a fast capture here initiated by the side of Dovahkiin and Oblivion in this A control point.
The A control point, Cash TZ and Badman as well gets 2 in a row. 27 to 27 now. A has been putting some influence to at least 1 segment has been completed, Warden. But you see them already completing it. This is going to be a quick cap right here, Warden. And now Cash TZ on that money room. Going to get 1. Going to get the second one. Almost gets it as well. Has to back up. Spots him as well. Gets him back and finally lets him. A has been captured. 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining with 27 lives on the board. What a lot of time, a lot of lives. And they have control of the spot.
Yeah, this is exactly the situation where Dovahkiin and Oblivion would want to be in. Have a lot of life, have a lot of time. They're just going to barge in here towards laundry. They take down Jimbos and Pika, no problem at all. And and they have this option right now to barge in towards the B control point with a bit of an overextension here for like 3 players of Savage Mortal EA. That's not going to be leaving them a better or a good look in regards to the retake for its B control point. As a formation here for Dovahkiin and Oblivion, it's just more than enough for them to either go for the capture or for the slay.
For the slay, you were right, but that's going to be the Sparrow from Steve. Unfortunately, the trophy will save him as well. B, barely. It was almost ended there, Warden, but Savage Immortal still alive here. Has 2 more players inside the hill. Can they find something? Smokes are out, and here comes the push from DVK. They're going to try to end it right here in this next round. Jimbo, he's going to get shut down. No player from DVK, no player from Savage Immortal will be there as they are capturing B. Pika has to push up now. More players coming through, but they still stand their ground.
Only a segment here for Dovahkiin and Oblivion to capture. 14 to 17 now. Formation here for Savage Immortal EA should be more than enough for them to hold their grounds, but 1 player goes down. That's going to be Jibby here, pushed away from the control point, but fortunately he's able to win this gunfight. Still, the lead is on here for Dovahkiin and Oblivion. Still has a lot of time. They are still going to be on it now as well for the life count.
Yeah, there's 2 Batman with the Annihilator. Can he find one? Yes, he can. That's the first. Can he spot more with his Annihilator? There's going to be 1 inside the hill with the Sparrow as well. Can he find something? Xavier has that Sparrow, eats it. Batman gets taken down, 8 to 13. 50 seconds left. Cash Easy spots 1, spots 2 with a cutoff. Nice shots coming through from Cash, and that just might be the round, Warden. As Cash looks for 1 more, and that's going to be a 2 to 1. 1 more round for DVK.
Yeah, very impressive performance there for Dovahkiin and Oblivion. And it's going to be them now securing this match point advantage. Back to the defensive side, I mean, this is exactly where Savage Immortal EA was able to excel, you know, playing on offense. Let's see if it's going to be the same look here. This time they are looking to offer a split push here, having this 1 player anchoring, looking for some sense of information here for this B control point. Well, the rest of the squad will be gaining the map control here towards the mid side, and they are going to go for a capture here in this A control point.
Yep, you're right, A control point. Aski spots that first player. That's going to be number 1. Spot the second as well. Nice shots from Aski, the veteran, making it look easy against these kids. 25 to 26 so far. Going to start pushing up on this pool side. Steve trying to get that spawn trap. Unfortunately, will get shut down by Jibby. 24 to 25, Warden, as they are giving up on that B side, but Epoch's on that spawn trap. And DVK, I don't know if they want to go for it. They're trying to go for that spawn trap, Warden, but they need to clear out that base first and clear out that B side.
I mean, it's going to cost a pinch at least for them to be able to get the break here. And it should be a capture already said and done here for the set of Savage Mortal EA. A lot of time here for them. They're on the lead for the life count as well. And all they got to do come again is just set up for those trades, but nothing happened. Not just yet here. Slowly but surely, they are getting taken down. And yes, for sure, they're on the lead for the life count right now, but they can't get complacent because Dovahkiin and Oblivion is just more than capable of turning things around.
They're more than capable of turning things around. And here we go. They keep on gushing. Now, Cash Easy gets 3 in a row. Nice shots from him, 16 to 17. That's still a close game right here. Savage Immortal, they can finally push him to A here. They have 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Leading the life advantage with 1. DVK on the back end. Here they come. They keep on pushing, but DVK, they have their setup properly, Warden. As well, operators can be used here.
Yeah, 15 to 14 now. Annihilator is out here for the set of Jimbos. He finds Epoch. He finds Aski. You want to get some more as well. Can we see a round number 5 here? 1 big push. Successful push here for Savage Immortal EA. But the wrap around for a Cash will dismantle the offense here for Savage Immortal. And now they go extensively pushing back towards mid-map. They want to go for the cutoff. Savage Immortal EA looking like they want to go for a long wrap around here for them to find a leeway and try to go for a spawn trap. This is a really good decision, but they got to find means to win their gunfights.
Yep, find means to win their gunfights. Steve, with this Sparrow, gets another 1. 3 more lives remaining, and that's going to be a road Warden. This should be it. There's going to be 1 player roaming around that A point at the back of their base. It's going to be Jibby. What can he find? He can find his dinner table, as this will be over. Last player alive, Aski, finds him as well. Can he try to clutch it up? 25 seconds left, but I don't think this is going to be enough time for them, Warden.
The only Filipino for Savage Immortal EA up against 5 Filipinos. It's going to be a 1v5 here with
1v6
plus
actually.
In regards to the life count.
Oh,
now,
wait.
Steve Epoch goes down, but Badman from the flank will shut him down. And Dovahkiin and Oblivion, they'll be able to win the series 3-0.
3-0. I mean, the control could have been a little bit easier for them, but they lost They lost that first round, but congratulations to the side of DVK Oblivion getting that 3-0. Savage Immortal, they showed their best, especially in that round where they won that round number 2 Warden, but it wasn't enough.
Really, applaud. Could just really talk about cash here. 0.78 for the KDA before the control round started, but he was able to really change things around here for his narrative. Able to drop at least 35 kills in that very game up against Savage Immortal EA. Talk about a bounce back here, especially in regards to the statistics, because he was the only player that was facing a negative KDA before the game started here, Jericho.
Yeah, he was the only one negative KDA, but you saw him fighting back. You saw him cutting off. You saw him doing the dirty work, Warden, and getting those kills that he needs, and just being a nuisance to the enemy of Savage Immortal. And Savage Immortal, they were all over the map. I saw the strategy. I saw the vision, Warden. The vision was there, but the execution, not so much.
Yeah, it was the same thing as well for the side of search and rescue, alongside with Hardpoint. Same goes for control. It's like, in some way, when they have the sense of intention, I think the biggest factor is really just the miscommunication. We didn't really get to see a lot of communication happen for search and rescue with the false placement for the bomb, alongside with the breaks from the hard points. And for control, man, there was a lot of things where it could have went to their way, but the trades and the crossfires wasn't really well set up.
Yeah, it wasn't set up. I mean, after winning that round and then they lost that next round, they just went back to what they were doing, which is not clearing out the base, not trying to push out. They were just pushing inside the point instead of pushing into kitchen or getting some spaces there. Unfortunately, it costed them at the end, and DVK comes out on top.
Yeah, on top indeed. And now we get to see here in regards to the statistics rundown for the side of control. I mean, my days, this is just a bloodbath. 33 and 13 for the side of Cash here with 2 assists. Truly the MVP for that game. But I think for the overall series, it has to be Badman, honestly. I mean, coming in from search and rescue all the way down to Hardpoint, the guy was able to carry the squad. You get to see here Savage Immortal EA, not too far apart in regards to the gunfight department, but where they lacked really coming in was that definition as a team compared to Dovahkiin Oblivion.
You're right. I mean, it's all about that one, and unfortunately for them, take a look at the stats here. It's all been for the side of DVK because they're all spread out. But for the side of Savage, they have enough kills for it. It's just the execution on those clutch plays, Warden, we just didn't see enough.
Yeah, not enough at all. Dovahkiin Oblivion, their investments for the operator skills, the way that they were able to just dismantle the offensive intention here for Savage Immortal EA was just very insane, man. I mean, talk about the push right there for Savage Immortal EA for the last and final round, but Cash was there with the claw. He was able to whip it out and spray down 2 players, and that slowed down Savage Immortal EA to the point that they decided, hey, let's try to wrap around towards jungle, but it didn't even matter because the read was just so spot on as well for Dovahkiin Oblivion.
Yep, that is true. Now take a look at the head-to-head. It's all going to be DVK on that objective side, and for the side of the kills, 30 kills. 30 kills is the difference here. DVK really is absolutely mauling them in all 3 game modes.
Yeah, I mean, 30 kills doesn't seem a lot, but when you get greeted by a game mode of control, which is highly dependent in regards to eliminations, you can either win with objective and you can either win by the kills. And Dovahkiin Oblivion just locked in and clicked with 2 factors right there, owning it down. Come again, congratulations to Dovahkiin Oblivion for winning this one through, and that's going to be boosting their placement here for this group stage here, Jericho.
Yep, that is true. That's going to boost their morale, boost their confidence, and you're right. The standings, it's going to be good for them, and DVK a step closer to the playoffs as we are here in day number 3. It's good to get these wins here. Games that you're supposed to win, and for Savage, very unfortunate. Let's take a look at the maps and modes again. All 3 game modes go to DVK, 250-131 in Hardpoint, 7-3 in search and rescue, and 3-1 at control.
With that being said here, now Savage Immortal, that's going to be serving them another loss for the series that they've been having here for this group stage. So it's going to be 3 in a row for them. No respondment whatsoever coming in from their previous opposition. I mean, I know for a fact they haven't been having the best of teams to go up against with, but when you're at this group, which is basically the group of death, you got to do whatever it takes really to bounce back from day after day and we haven't seen that incremental performance increase here for the side of Savage Immortal.
Yep, that is true. We haven't seen it from them, and now they need to really turn it up and dig deep, Warden, and see what they could find in this next week's matches. So they have a whole week actually, Warden, to, chill. Maybe we'll do some VODs here and there. Maybe try to do some different strategy, or maybe different kind of lineup if they want to switch it up.
I mean, if they do that VOD review, I know for a fact they're going to be talking about what happened right there in that last final round for search and rescue. It was terribly placed, man. I mean, the retake, they decided to collapse towards bar side alongside with relying on JB to get that flank, but he was a bit too late. For Hardpoint, there was an instance as well where they were just neglecting some map control, not really having an anchor, especially for the P4 node. They could have solidified themselves inside that Hardpoint, but it didn't really happen. And that was able to give a lot of opportunity for Dovik and Oblivion to go for a split push, and that was them just making the most out of it. They were able to get the break, gain the last in 5 seconds that they needed to claim for them to win, and the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history. You are right. Now, as we wait and see what's going to happen here for GV, as we wait for someone who will be the interviewer, I think we should get the MVP, and I'm going to guess the MVP, Warden. I think it will be Badman that's going to be the MVP, Warden.
Oh yeah, surely going to be Badman. Coming in, really good performance for Control. Coming in for search and rescue and Hardpoint. He is truly the most consistent player here for the side of Dovik and Oblivion. I mean, take a look at his performance here for Hardpoint. The guy was able to carry the squad. Cash was a bit on the faulty side there, but fortunately, Badman, Epox, name him whatever you name the whole squad, whatever you want. These players here are just so capable of doing whatever they can. They're put through, And something about like Dovik and Oblivion is that one player falls down, another player steps up, and that's exactly the team system that you'd want to have, especially in this competition we're having here for this Garena Masters VI.
Yep, that is true. Take a look at this one. This was the final push right here on this P4. So DVK really just holding it down, and that's what happens if you rotate late. You don't even get inside. You have to push in like this, and they just have to try to get in there. Unfortunately, it was the end.
Now looking at the search and rescue here, I mean, the first round was given for Savage Immortal EA, and they were able to win 2 rounds in a row. But Dovik and Oblivion, they responded back with 2, and they were able to find the groove here and talk about the aggression and the confidence for Badman, especially in regards to breaking a bomb site. This guy has no hesitation, and that's something that you'd want to have for your squad as well, especially for this game mode.
Yes, you're right. You need that. And Cash with the love tap right there, Warden. And now in the end right here, I mean, we saw it here in the end. I mean, the round before here where Jibby was just running around touring the round of Coastal, and unfortunately, it costed him in the end. And now in this Control, we did see some competitiveness here towards that round number 2. Could have been 3-0 for the side of DVK, but unfortunately, it had to go 3-1, but they got the job done.
Yeah, really good setup here for Savage Immortal EA. They decided to wrap around towards the kitchen side and moved over to Laundry, and they were able to get the break because 4 players from the side of Dovik and Oblivion was extended towards Gallery alongside with Driveway, and they didn't really have that angle right there, but Dovik and Oblivion, they turned up the heat, moving over to the next round, and they weren't kidding at all. I mean, they were able to close it out, not giving any single chance anymore for the side of Savage Immortal EA. And guess what? We're right here, Jericho. It's going to be the MVP here. Badman with 66 kills, average score of 3,028, KDA of 1.83, and his operator skill of a Purifier.
That is true. That's going to be Badman again. We were right. 66, 302 with the Purifier. We did see him just turn it up in that Hardpoint, Warden. Great usage as well. But this Annihilator needs a little bit of work there, Warden. But in the end, the MVP, DVK Badman, congratulations again.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is truly a menace. Me and you have talked about like how this guy has been so loyal in regards to playing for Dovahkiin. There was an instance where he did play for Wolf, formerly known as Blacklist International Ultimate, and hey, it only lasted for like a season where it was during the stage 4 run, if I wasn't mistaken there, Jericho. And but I was expecting him to commit for the squad, but it didn't really happen.
It didn't really happen. Didn't get that chance to play. But now this is his team again, going back to where he started. Will this be the chapter where Badman finally reaches that playoffs and gets the taste of that, or will it not happen? But here we go. As it take over to the interview, let's see who we're gonna get interview. Would be the MVP, but it's gonna be Batman. Yes. Hello, welcome,
Hello.
Batman. And first of all, I want to say congratulations to the team. And I just want to say, so how does it feel now? You're in the group of that. What's the mindset going through here?
The mindset that we're going through is that we just maintain calm and focus because it will lead us to I think playoffs. That's all.
All right. I mean, that's what they need to do, Warden. And, pretty great mindset. Calm, cool, collect. That's what you have to do. Warden, what's your question?
I mean, what's keeping Dovik and Oblivion intact? I've seen this team a numerous amount of times here in this Garena Masters series, and they haven't been able to really, you guys haven't been able to solidify yourself so far as the playoffs team. What have you guys talked about? How do you guys keep loyal to yourself?
I think it is part of the loyalty, and I think it's part of friendship. I think
Okay.
that's why we're still here, proving that we can join this kind of tournament and to give our best, and yeah, that's all.
All right. So friendship, loyalty, calm, cool, collectiveness. That is what DVK Oblivion is bringing to the team to get into the playoffs. Thank you so much, Batman. Congrats again, and we'll see you soon.
Jericho and Enzo. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thank you so much, Batman. I mean, loyalty comes in a long way here, Jericho. And, we've seen a lot of teams. We've seen a lot of teams that had that loyalty factor and they were able to rise. Talk about Elevate,
NRX.
talk about Stalwart Esports, right?
Yep, NRX as well. The old teams. I mean, if we named them all together, they were all at the back. But I mean, that's gonna be it for DVK as they take it home. That's gonna be the first series for the day, Warden, as DVK gets go 3-0. But I mean, going to it. I mean, I like how he said it. It's about friendship, and usually, friendships in Call of Duty Mobile, especially in competitive games, it breaks up because when they fail, they break it up. But with that being said, one match down, 3 more to go. Jericho and Enzo will be right back.
Welcome back to day number 5 of the continuation here of this Garena Masters 5 here. It is Enzo alongside with me is going to be Jericho, and there's going to be a bit of a flex happening here. Come on, man.
Hey, happy Sunday, man. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Garena Masters 6 right here, Warden. I mean, this is it. I mean, we had that first match, and now we're moving on to the second and third and fourth, and we're just starting. It's starting to get fun, Warden, because we're getting towards to those matches that we want, and now we're going to have Tyrant Akari versus Exclusive. And not just to clear up, guys, this is not exclusive in the European scene. Yes, they have the same name, but this one doesn't have the E. It only has the X.
Yeah, I mean, exclusive, literally just.
It's literally exclusive.
Exclusive. But, you know, Team Exclusive, they have been struggling quite a lot. Coming in for like their first 2 series here. No, I mean, Jericho, talk about this.
Yeah.
First series was up against Elevate. Second one was up against Stalwart. This time, it's not like it's going to be easier at all because Team Prestige has been popping off, although they did falter up against, you know, their previous opposition earlier. Let's see if it's going to be somewhat different here. No, but for the time being, Exclusive. I want to hear your thoughts about this team, man.
I mean, they're a brand new team. You know, they're just trying to get in and trying to make some noise. And like you said, they went up against Stalwart as well as Elevate. I mean, if I was them, the hardest part is already over. It's already over. The hardest part's already over. Now we can just try to get through. You know, yes, we did lose. You know, it was really hard, but at least you have that experience. You know what to at least to do. You still have TSM. You still have DVK there at the back. So maybe they still have a lot more to prove here, and this is the starting point for them.
Yeah, I mean, Tyrant Carry, I did mention the wrong team here earlier. Tyrant Carry, man, they are a team that is well composed of like collegiate players. They are, you know, revolving around this batch of players. Yep. I mean, Edsel has been that man so far here to be watching out for. This guy with a Tundra can make the biggest play. And I never thought that I'd see Edsel in the Garena Masters series, but hey, dreams do come true sometimes.
Hey, man, he's been grinding out. I coached that team during the collegiate time just for a small bit. You know, Tim as well as Edsel, those 2 teams. As we take a look at the lineup for the next team for this series, I mean, Exclusive versus Tyrant Akari. This is a good game for both of these teams. You know, both, you know, kind of like a debut, kind of like amateur teams as well. I mean, Tyrant, they were known back in 2021, but slowly fell off over the years, and now back again with Akari, with one of their founders, Edsel. Take a look at the team lineup of Exclusive here. Warden, it's going to be Brian, Flacco, Kurti, Coco, Paul, and Apollo. And if you're looking at Kurti, this is the man from Mamba. I believe this was yes, Mamba Corinthians, him. I remember this kid exactly. He said he was going to take a break on his stream, and now he's back here in XCV. Can he still be that guy that we saw back in the day?
I mean, this guy has been performing pretty well for the squad now, able to get the anchor positions away from the opposing end. And in regards to like relying in getting the impact instead of Hardpoint, it surely has been Brian alongside with Paul. Paul, I got to work with him during the run for the collegiate scene as well, and the guy is a menace. But moving over now to Tyrant Akari, we got Tim, K-Swag, Lancy, Edsel, Kinesu, and Hades.
Yep, I mean, this is Hades right here, the final one. This is going to be the team that they want, and you're going to look for Tim as well as Edsel. Both these players, a lot more experience. You know, some new players, Lancy, K-Swag, and Kinesu, and Hades. Both over these players, this is one of their first times coming through. A couple from the Great Esports tournament, and this is the sister team of EAXE Curzo, where they were the champions of the community gladiators. So a lot more of information here. It's a mix of veterans as well as some new faces, but just what you want to see in the Garena Masters Season 6. This is where you want to shine, and just maybe you get scouted, you get over to a new team, or maybe you can improve on your gameplay as well.
Yeah, Edsel, K-Swag with a KRM or an R90. He is a freight train, man. The guy can be very impactful for search and rescue alongside Hardpoint. In regards to control, he does suffer just a little bit. Same goes for the set of Edsel. So there is a bit of a consistency problem that we're facing here for the side of Tyrant Carry. Let's see if it's going to be applicable here up against Exclusive. Looking at the players, man, well, ready. Look at Edsel, man.
Yep, that is. I mean, Edsel, he's ready. They are ready. They are in the zone, and that's what you want to see. Okay. Yes, sir. That's what you want to do. Looking formal, looking swagalicious. That is. I know. I'm not gonna say that again. But maps and nodes here. Hardpoint Summit. Search and destroy 2 niche. Control Arsenal is gonna be our maps here. Warden, take us through.
I mean, the maps here are looking swagalicious. But yeah, I mean, Hardpoint Summit here, Search and Rescue Tunisia, Control Arsenal exclusive. They're going to be banning Shen and Apocalypse, Tyrant, taking away Standoff in Hackney Yard. Exclusive for the set of Search and Rescue will take away Coastal and Takeoff, Korohana, and Terminal for the set of Tyrant and for Control. Exclusive will be taking away Raid, and on the flip side, we got Tyrant taking away Seaside. So very default maps that we've been seeing here all throughout the group stage here, Jericho. Nothing exotic at all.
Yeah, nothing exotic at all. It's all been the same map. You know, you see Tunisia again. It's back here again, and I'm very excited. The most excited I am for is for Control Arsenal. You know me, Warden. It's my favorite map. It's where I won my 2019 Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Change, a championship, and it has a special place in my heart. And I just love seeing that. Sports Summit as well. Who can forget? It's the Garena Special. It's everybody's favorite map as they want to just go crazy on these spawns as well.
So we're in the topic of Arsenal here. How do you feel about the doors added into this very map? I mean, Hardpoint number 1 is in close. Windows side has a door alongside with the dialysis and cafeteria, and those are really like the parameter that was affected by the addition of doors. Breaking helicopter has been so hard, especially when you get to see the other team defining themselves, because they're just waiting for the door to open up and they go for a spray down.
Yeah, they go for a spray down. You are right. The doors on Arsenal can definitely help you. It's not wall bangable, but you can go through, and it's really good. And it's all about that control over at that middle part, that P1. That's where you want to see those doors being used in its effect.
Yeah, Exclusive is a team that was kind of like questionable in regards to a map like Summit, but hey, we'll see if it's gonna be somewhat different here up against Tyrant Carry. Anyways, now operator skills. It's gonna be Brian here with a Purifier, Flacco with a Sparrow, Coco with a Claw, Paul with the Equalizer, Paulo with the War Machine, and it's gonna be a mirrored matchup here once more. No Annihilators to be found typically now. I mean, this is just all gonna come down to who's the better user for each operator skills.
Yep, that is true. Who is going to be using it properly, especially in a map like Summit? Expect the Purifier again, as well as the Equalizer, making the big difference here, Warden, because those two things, when it's up and close, especially in P, and all of the hills actually, Warden, it's all going to be very useful. It's just going to come down on when you want to use it and how you want to use it in Summit.
Moving in, for K-Swag with the Equalizer, going to be relying on him quite a lot. I'm going to be expecting a bit of an R9 or a KRM gameplay here for the set of K-Swag. Edsel is going to be that anchor right there. And this guy's vision in regards to getting those power positions is pretty spot on as well. So Apollo, or looking like Pretty's not going to be around, Coco will be clicked in. And that's something that I never really get to expect, because I did have an interview with Exclusive directly, and they did decide that Coco will be the sixth man without Pretty here. How do you feel about this, Jericho?
I mean, I saw Curdy. I thought Curdy's going to play because, you know, the last time I saw him in GM2 and GM5, he was that respawn specialist. But I guess they want to switch it up here for Exclusive. Maybe it could be, maybe they need to try to something here in the early stages of the group stage against Tyrant Carrier here. Let's see what happens.
I mean, I know for a fact Coco can perform well, really consistently well, but without Corti, it's going to be slowing things down just a little bit. I mean, Apollo can be an anchor for sure. This guy is a sniper for Search and Rescue. It's just going to be something for us to find out, I guess. No, after all, we're playing a map of Summit where we both can agree on Jericho is a very sensitive map in regards to spawn control.
Yep, you're right. I mean, it's just really going to depend on those spawns and everything. Then again, you can just throw it away. Throw away all those spawns, Warden, if you are just pushing and barging in with this kind of pacing that we've been playing throughout this year and last year, Warden. I really believe that the anchor spot has been nullified, Warden. It's not really it's still important, Warden. Very important. It's still an essential part of Hardpoint, but it's just not giving a lot more emphasis anymore.
Exclusive did take a L up against Stalwart Esports in the map of Summit, but it was a very well fought battle, no? So up against Tyrant Carry, can it be applied here as well, or are they going to falter the same way up against Stalwart Esports? 0% win rate here for Summit, while here for the side of Tyrant, I mean, looking at this, they haven't really been able to play Summit, not until they went up against Dovik and Oblivion, in which they lost as well. So both teams here are going to be pretty blinded in regards to their performance moving over to Summit's Hardpoint.
Yep, that is true. It's really going to depend on how they want to move and how they want to see here, Warden. But I mean, Edsel, would you consider Edsel as a veteran leader for this team?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, Edsel is known to be the IGL coming from the collegiate scene. Not really so much in the major stage here, Jericho. I mean, after all, this is his first time making his presence felt here in this Garena Masters series. And in regards to like his previous teams that he played for, though, the guy has really good vision as well in regards to making those shot calls, really good IQ. Not really the best mechanical player out there, but he does, even end up with his mind.
Yep, that is true. So maybe that could be the one, but the player I'm going to look out for is actually Tim, which he's not even playing on this lineup. So maybe let's see who will be that person that is going to be aggressive for them and looking like we might see shotguns here, but here we go. It's going to be Summit, Hardpoint, Tyrant versus exclusive game number 1, Summit Hardpoint.
Yeah, it's going to be exclusive here on the better side. Have easier access towards the 2F control. While we get to see Tyrant here just investing 4 players, 5 players instead of Hardpoint. They want to take computers away, bottom stairs as well. But the first heave of gunfight will be going to the way of exclusive here, Jericho.
Yep, you're right. Exclusive here. Nice shots coming through from all of them. And now Tyrant on the back end. Kanisu is going to be the first one to go in. Gets first. Runs out of bullets, but there does the damage there. But this R9 doing a lot of damage. Brian on the 4 because you make it 5. Fortunately not. Will get shut down and back and forth. And this is what you see from a game like here on the map like Summit. Is really going to be back and forth.
Yeah, double shotgun setup here for the side of Tyrant. It's going to be K-Swagon on the R9, the Lancer with the KRM. While for the set of exclusive, it's just going to be Brian on this R9. The rest is going to be revolving around those SMG. That's going to be 2 SMGs and 2 AR alongside with 1 shotgun. I think that's a pretty balanced mixture here for the set of exclusive. And that's going to be giving them no problems at all, especially in regards to holding this Hardpoint for 1. 4 more seconds to go. Scrap time commencing. And it's going to be Tyrant getting the last and final assessment before we head straight to P2.
Yes, I was head straight to P2, and now we see K-Swag on your screen with the R9. And he finds something. The timing is unreal there, Warden. Turns around, gets taken down, but Kanisu is there to get the trade. Apollo as well. More trades back and forth. Trophies, nades, stuns, smokes are all flying, Warden. No one has really gotten away with the lead here yet, just yet, Warden. It's all been back and forth. Trades here and there. Pole was the first one to try to defend it. Gets another kill. Can he keep going? Yes, he can. Nice shots from Pole. Gets help from his teammates. Reach out again. Pole on a 3-kill streak.
Yeah, I mean, really good call here for exclusive to investing 1 player now playing around second floor. It's going to be giving them a lot more retake opportunities. If ever a break will come in here for Tyrant carry. Double count coming in. Paul still not stopping. Finally, the trade comes in here for Lancey. But the damage is already immense here in this Hardpoint. And quickly, as I say that, exclusive is able to retake things throughout. Coco here, flagged for the championship. It's just overpowering Tyrant carry's intention right now.
Yep, it's just overpowering Tyrant carry's push here, but now we do see exclusive inside this hill here, Warden. There's going to be 29 to 54. Look at Tyrant carry. You're going to go for that backside, Warden, trying to push that wall. Oh, perfect. Predator missile. Can it find anyone? Unfortunately, it will find the ground. Warden, you hate to see it. And Tyrant Akari breaks the hill as well from the back, but there's still one player. Paul's still alive, but the spawns are still in favor of exclusive.
Yeah, really good hold there for Apollo, man. Quirky knock inside the lobby. Apollo doing the job so well. And then we get to see 2 operators, 3 operators invested here. Make it 4, actually. This might just be an over-investment here for exclusive. But hey, if you're able to accumulate every second off that hill, it could be worth it.
It could be worth it. You are right, Warden. And it's so far, it's going to be might be a full 60. But there you go. Lansu and Kanisu, they're going to be going in here, breaking those 2 guys to the operators, not being used officially anymore, Warden. But the damage has been done. Front push coming through, and back and forth we go. And exclusive, they come out on top on that push as they are about to get this full 60, Warden. Exclusive, 96 to 29. Lancy gets that last 10 seconds, but the damage has been done.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to be until now that they're going to be able to get the break inside the hill. And only 12 seconds left inside his Hardpoint. Moving over now. Hardpoint number 4. 2 players are ready, 3 players, 4 players around the perimeter. Spawns are well given here for exclusive. And it's going to be a 3-man push here for Tyrant to carry from the platform. And they're just going to fall down over and over again.
Over and over again. You were right, Warden. 103 to 41. Tyrant Akari looking for answers. Cannot find them. Warden Brian gives them the R9. Gives them the business. More players coming through. 1 more to go. But there's going to be Lancy so pushing up here. Hole now on your screen. Going to destroy them. But finally, Tyrant Akari has some life here. Warden gets some time. But how long can they hold it down?
You know, Tyrant Akari wants to prove themselves worthy here in this Hardpoint Summit. 3 players inside a hill. but they don't really have spawn control as of the moment. One player to spawn though from back red. That should be enough for them to get some control here back, but the break comes in. Paul here coming in from the flank, and Edsel will go down. The break comes in, and the scrap time should go to the way of Exclusive, but Tyrant and Carry still wants to have some more out of it.
Yeah, still want more out of it, Warden. There's going to be K-Swag with the R9, gets 3 right there. We won't play to be full, but they're right back in the game. At least one hill separates them right here. Whereas we reset back to P1, Tyrant has to show up here. I mean, you have Kaniso with 18, Hades with 7. Gotta step it up.
Now it's going to be 123 to 68 here. Hardpoint opens up with Exclusive getting the first initial contestment. Big fight here towards 2F, and it's going to be Brian getting the shots to connect. Hops inside a hill, getting everything done here for the squad. And Exclusive here just snowballing so far inside this game here, Jericho.
Yeah, they are just snowballing this 137 to 71. Brian on your screen with the purifier. He's going to try to burn people, get some barbecues on cooking, but it doesn't matter. His teammates are there. Kanizo takes himself out. Exclusive, unfortunately, we'll take him out as well. But they're right here, man. Look at Pole here. 26 kills already, 96 seconds inside the hill, and still doing a lot of work for it, and that is how you want to play the OBJ.
Oh, Hades here is just struggling big time here for Tyrant to carry. Only until now that he's going to be able to get the double-digit mark for the slaying department. While on the flip side, it's only going to be Flacco and Apollo not having the 20-kill mark, not just yet here. Overall, the gunfight is just so dominant here for the set of Exclusive. Last season contestant going to go for them. And now Hardpoint number 2, they have the better spawns. Player 5 wrapping around, won't cut the chase. And Exclusive here should have another setup for another money hill here on this Hardpoint number 2.
Another money hill, you are right, Warden. They are setting up perfectly. Exclusive playing this perfectly so far, Warden. And Tyrant just has no answers, Warden. Now they're bringing out the claw as well as a war machine, but for what? For nothing, Warden. It is not working out for them. It has been bad invested so far. Yes, they have it. They have it for now. So far, they're making me eat my words, Warden. Now they're getting some points on it.
Oh yeah, Kanatsu with a claw right there was able to slow down the flow away from Exclusive. And no 2F control whatsoever found here for Exclusive. Momentary break, but if they're not going to be able to regain their map control, it's not really going to matter at all. But fortunately, the gunfight's now coming in pretty dominantly here. Coco with a claw up there. And now they get the break instead of hill. Last 10 seconds should go to the way of Exclusive. And in the process, they go for an early rotation as well for this Hardpoint number 3.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a carrier, you got at least 30 seconds, but at the same time, it wasn't even easy 30 seconds, Warden. It was a hard, you had to earn it, but now, Akari on the back end, one player to beat the back. This could be the game changer. Apollo said live, finally gets taken down. Now, is it Akari's turn to make that comeback? A spoil from the flank, gets that first player, gets taken down as well. But look at the map, Warden, as soon as they get taken down, really quick rotation from the back, and look at Exclusive, they're closing in on this already at the pitch, but unfortunately, there are going to be more players, and here comes Tyrant as they hold it down and bring out their operators.
Yeah, spawn's still going to be given for the set of Tyrant to carry. Big hold is something that they got to do. Looking like it's going to be working out so far. Investment from the Purifier, taking care of the flank. Equalizer here for K-Swag. And it's only to take until this hill where if ever they are able to claim the remaining 30 seconds inside this hill, they should be able to find means to even
right back in the game. Yeah, right back in the game right here, Warden. This is very good if you're Tyrant Akari. Great composure, great comeback coming through, big fights coming through. Here comes Exclusive. They still got to fight for this, Warden. But Exclusive now, 15 seconds left. The contest is in now. Can they get this? This is huge time right here, Warden. As they break that hill, huge help coming through from Exclusive as they get that final seconds as well as set up on the new one.
Yeah, really good break for them to mitigate this scrap time here for this hard point. That's going to be, slowing down the momentum, shifting in for the set of Tyrant carry. And in the process, they also get the early rotation as well for this next hard point. A 4-man push, though, will get invested here by Tyrant carry from A-Long.
Yeah, from A-Long, that's going to be it. Here comes Tyrant carry. Not the greatest thing to do, but Latsi with the spiral as well. Gets 3 in a row. That might be the break they need. And here they come. Tyrant carry. Latsi gets taken down. Both players going to come through. Back and forth we go. Apollo, Flacco, shut down the push. But Enzo, it's his turn. Gets taken out as well. The War Machine not effective as well. But Lancy with the shotgun. Can he be the difference? Gets that first player. And now they are on pushing. They are pushing, trying to get that spawn Warden on the comeback.
That should extend his pusher even more to get the spawns. Really beautiful play here for Lassie. Able to take the player away from the hard point and get the spawns as well right after. And that's going to be the scrap time here. Should be solidified now here for Tyrant and carry. More than enough time for them to lower down the lead to at least just 10 here, Jericho.
Yeah, 10 right here. Big points right here, Warden. As they reset back to A. to the first hill right here, Warden. Exclusive feeling the pressure, the momentum slowly shifting to the side of Tyrant Arcaria. They are pushing together. Nothing wrong happening. Brian has to hold down against 4 players. Can he find something? Gets our first player. Almost gets the second one. The movement is on point. Apollo and Coco is there to help him. And Exclusive holding it down on the first wave.
Yeah, 3 in a row here for Exclusive to be able to hold down the first wave here for this hard point.
Oh, no.
And Brian is just doing everything that he can right now to take away the players coming from the side of Tyrant to carry. But a momentary break will be happening here. But enough time as well for Exclusive to claim the 200-point mark. This is just hell let loose here by Exclusive.
Yeah, that is right. 172, 203, 30-point lead. Brian now with R9. Can he find something? Spots him, destroys Lancey. KRM will not work against an R9. 26 seconds left. They brought out the War Machine. They want to put it to the limit right here. Get more points right here. 20 seconds left. Warden Exclusive on fire.
Yeah, so in fire here, Exclusive. Totally a different Exclusive that we've been seeing for the last 2 days that we've been seeing them play now. But hey, Tyrant carry, able to break the scrap time, something that they have been needing for the longest time here. And now we get to see now Hardpoint number 2 in transition. Spawn still given for the set of Exclusive, but if ever Tyrant carry is able to hold on to 2F, it wouldn't matter at all.
Here we go. This might be it right here. Tyrant, big place right here. They have control. 3 go down. War Machine, Purifier at the ready. Hades needs to make a play right here. Takes down Coco. That's going to be the first one. First wave defended. Can they keep on going? 200-point mark has been reached. Hades sprays and prays. Gets out as well. Lancey on the back. The pinch might just happen. Hades, can he make it? Big kill coming through, but he's going to play right behind him. But Edsel with a War Machine takes him down. Trophy is out as well. Here they come. K-Swag gets shooted out. Here comes Zapreti. Takes him down. And now Tyrant Curry slowly but surely getting back to the game. Has a 1v1 inside the point, and they win it. And now Kanesu has to hold it, wait for his teammates as they get more points. And Exclusive holding it down, trying to find a Purifier again.
Wow.
Warden Brian with the play. Game is not over. It's going to be a foot race to P3.
Yeah, 48 to his name, 2 more kills for 50K. And there's only going to be a 10-point discrepancy here for Tyrant at carry. 224 to 218 now. In transition to Hardpoint number 3, Spawns now going to be given for Exclusive. A big break has to come through. Tyrant carry.
Reload!
Away.
Yeah, you got to reload right here. Bull has Equalizer. Could be the game changer right here, Warden. Here they come. One good push is all you need if you're on the side of Tyrant Akari. Pushing at the back. Brian gonna be the first one to go in. R9 misses. He's gonna get that first player. Hades gets the player at the back. Here comes the push. They're gonna barge in. Kanesu going inside. No trade whatsoever. Lancey gets one. Edsel gets one. They have control. Here they come. Lancey now waiting for his teammates. Back and forth, left and right. No operators. Doesn't matter. But the Fennec is there. One more player to beat. It's gonna be K-Swag. Still alive, but trades out. There's gonna be more players back and forth. It's gonna be split spawn with points. 232, 40, 30 seconds left. 9 points to go. No contest. Edsel just try to spray and look for the enemies right in the corner with R9. Hades gets another one. Oh my goodness. And Akari's still inside.
Wow. Now, 8 points left for Exclusive to claim. But Tyrant Akari is not backing down at all. 15 seconds left inside his hardpoint.
Oh,
not
no.
enough time for Tyrant Akari to close down the deal, not just yet. But hey, never mind. It might just be the case. Last and final hold for them to take the win. Can they do it?
Can they do it? One player to beat. Doesn't have to contest. Just have to take him out. This might be it. The Tyrant Akari. Calculated victory. 250 to 242 for game number 1.
Such a blunder for Exclusive, man. Massive lead for the early to the mid stage of the game. But the turnaround from Tyrant Akari, oh my days.
Yes, oh my days. That is right where, I mean, all of a sudden they were down. We were already counting him out, and all of a sudden they were like, nope, we got it in the bag. Calm, cool, collected, calculated victory, Warzone. And I mean, congratulations. That was a hectic game number 1.
Very desperate situation there for Exclusive. I mean, when you're at the verge of winning, you kind of lose control. You got to see Paul earlier, man. He pulled out the prize fighter instead of reloading. That was a sign right there that they just wanted to say, hey, let's try to close out this game. But when you have that intention, it's not about like longing to win. No, it's longing and finding the means and how to win. That's the proper mindset there that should have been given for Exclusive, but it didn't matter. Tyrant Akari just took their time for a moment, invested a lot of time in regards to going for the flank, and they were able to flip the spawns, and Exclusive just got waved away. And arguably the best comeback I've seen so far here in this Garena Masters VI.
Yeah, that could be a nominee for at least game of the tournament. But I mean, game of the day as well. I mean, the fact that it's hard to close out in games. You know this, I know this as well, and that's what happened there. They put their feet off the pedal, and that's what happens. They were trying to play a little bit fancy, getting these crazy kills, just over pushing. They just kept on overcommitting, and I'm just like, why don't we just work as a team here, close it out already, and look what happens to Tyrant. That's what they did. Played as a team, invested it properly, and in the end, it mattered. And when they needed to barge in, it mattered, and they got the kills that they needed. Calculated victory. That's perfect. I mean, that is such a risk because there was one more player from the side of Exclusive. If he manages just to step on that hill for 1 second, Warden, Akari would have lost that game.
Yeah, it could have been that last and final contestment. It could have made a difference because he was the only player right there in that parameter. If he was able to just barge in, don't worry about going down.
Yeah, just go.
Able
just
to
go
extend
in.
the game even more.
Exclusive
One of
would
his
have won.
teammates was already rotated towards hardpoint number 4, and the rotations, if ever it was forced to another hardpoint, Tyrant Akari was so far away.
I mean, yeah, they say they'll have to wait for the 8 seconds to pop up, but at the same time, you gotta hold it at least once, and by that time, they lose that first wave and they go back. Akari will lose that game, and Exclusive will take it. But hey, could have, should have, would have. You could have prevented it from getting that close if you just ended it at the beginning. If you are Exclusive, but now morale is going to be a big factor here. While mental fortitude, as Callie would say, will be in effect here because you just lost a game where you should have won, and now going into the SNR where your mental it's the mental game now, Warden.
Yeah, I mean, you end up losing a game like that where, it shouldn't even have reached to that point where they had to rely on the last and final contestment and get that early rotation for P4. It could have ended way so early, but they lost that train of thought. They didn't really get that map control for hardpoint number 1 towards hardpoint number 2. Tyrant Akari had a better look. There was a big player there coming from the side of Brian, dropping in with a purifier. But it wasn't enough to really close down the deal there, no. Looking at the statistics here, Brian with 55 kills. A lot of efforts was invested, but it's not going to matter at all if they take that L. Hades will be the MVP for the side of Tyrant Akari. Edsel with 40 kills. Never mind. I mean, I did say earlier that he's not the best in regards to mechanical gunfights, but for this hardpoint here as an anchor, 40 kills is a lot here, Jericho.
Yeah, 40 kills is a lot here. 40 and 41. I mean, negative what? 0.97 at least, Warden, but it is what it is. That's what happens in Summit. You expect games like these in Summit, and it lived up to it. It lived it up, Warden. I mean, they did it properly, and now Tyrant 1-0. I mean, if you look at the kill department, I think if you look at the final points, I think Exclusive has more kills.
Yeah, more kills, but was it impactful was the question. You did say, and we did see earlier, that a lot of overextension was shown by the side of Exclusive. And the most impactful kills that you'd get inside a game of Hardpoint is really right around the objective. A lot of times where Exclusive just decided to barge out, not play for those straights and crossfires inside a hill, and it really bit them down. Killing department-wise, it's pretty much even here, just a bit more coming in from the side of Exclusive. Hill time, come on. This is insane endurance here for Tyrant Akari.
I mean, look at that, 216 to 183. The kills were there, Warden, but I mean, the question is, was it effective kills? Was it used as kills? That's the question. That's what people don't see. Like,
exactly.
You can drop 80 kills, but if 40 of those kills were just kills not even close to the hill, then what's the point? And it shows right here.
A lot of kills was found in rotation as well for the set of Exclusive. I mean, I gotta admit, the hustle for the set of Exclusive has been really well inside of Hardpoint, but it was just that last Hardpoint where we got to see they were so desperate to close out the game against Tyrant Akari, and what you love to say always, man, just be calm, cool, and collected. And that is why Tyrant Akari was just able to be, overpower Exclusive from that game mode. But hey, fortunately for them, they were able to get the comeback. Morality-wise, I know for a fact it's going to be down here for Exclusive. Tyrant Akari, if you're able to put up a comeback like that, best for sure, your confidence is going to be skyrocketing through the rooftops here for search and rescue.
Yeah, it's going to be skyrocketing, Warden. You are right. And now, I mean, if you're Tyrant, you're right. Momentum will be the key here, Warden. But now, if you're Akari, you almost lost that. But, individually, I think they can match up properly. This is a equal match right here, Warden. So take a look at the maps and modes. Remember, game 1 is over already, 250, and now we move over to Tunisia. You won game 1. It wasn't even your map pick. You earned game 2. It's your map pick. This is a recipe for a 2-0.
Oh, definitely, man. I mean, Tyrant Akari, snipers, Edsel, this guy is pretty consistent in regards to getting that performance locked in. Now, you can really leave a bomb site for him, and he's just gonna be able to hold it down. And he knows exactly whether to engage or to fall back and wait for his teammates. That's the resilientness that Edsel offers for Tyrant Akari here. For the set of exclusive search and rescue, I'm not so confident about this because we did see them go up against Stalwart last time, and guess what? Stalwart was just toying with them.
Yeah, Stalwart was just toying with them. I mean, it is Stalwart Esports. I guess you can say that they earned their right to toy, but obviously it is what it is, Warden. But now they're going up against a different team here. Let's see if they will be able to bring it back, maybe learn something from that team against from the game against Stalwart Esports.
I mean, this is exactly the same maps that they played up against Stalwart Esports. It was Hardpoint Summit, Search and Rescue Tunisia, Control Arsenal. If in regards to information that is given in regards to like the previous broadcast, Tyrant Akari has more of a better look here. So everything really fell into the place that Tyrant Akari wanted it to be now. But anyways, it's just all going to come down to once more exclusive. Have they been able to polish up their plays coming in from Search and Rescue Tunisia? We were able to see a bit of a better run there for Hardpoint Summit. It wasn't really the strategy that was lacking right there. It was just that desperation for them to close out that game. You did say that the lineup here or the talents involved into both of these teams are pretty evened up, but where can separate them is really that mentality here, Jericho.
Yeah, I mean, the mentality here, you just have to reset here if you're exclusive. And if you're Tyrant Akari, you just got to keep on pushing that pedal to the metal. I mean, it's hard to reset sometimes, especially if you don't have a veteran leader. Like, let's say that's where Edsel comes in. In my opinion, Edsel and Tim is there to regroup and, like, let the team know, like, hey, yeah, we won, but let's just calm down and focus on this one. But for exclusive, I mean, if you look at them, you don't really see anyone that's, like, has that older stature, Warden. So it might be hard to really get that composure back, but let's see what happens in game number 2.
We'll see. I mean, after all, Search and Rescue is one of those game modes as well that can just shift up the momentum. You play aggressively in Hardpoint Summit, you can take it slow towards Search and Rescue and could literally, shock your opposing end here now. But hey, first round now going to be starting off. It's going to be Tyrant Akari here playing on defensive side, and Ed's looking to get the pick off. But it's going to be K-Swag with a revolver, shutting him down, back after trades after trades. But it's going to be a better look here for Tyrant Akari as they do find a triple, and at the same time, they are about to get the pickup.
Yep, the revive as well, Apollo. It's going to be the last player remaining. It's going to be before even Tim isn't even doing anything. He just got one kill and started reviving people, and that's the beauty of SNR.
First round quickly, just like that. Tyrant Akari claiming it out, and I don't know. I mean, if you lose like the first initial gunfights for the round, there's that option